Alright guys, I got a pretty cool video here I had this idea for quite a while. I was cooking up, but I finally got up to the time of making it. So what I took is just like a container that holds what do you call it? Just spices, and it's a perfect container for it. And this is the circuit for the oh, I can't unscrew it. Oh, no, I can go like this. Pull that out. So I just put denatured alcohol in the container. You got the wick for the ultrasonic crystal, and just really just a pipe with holes in it to allow oxygen in it. And then you can see the ultrasonic crystal down in there. It works very well, guys. This is awesome. I love this thing. So it just needs a little bit of a power source, 5-volt source really. I'm gonna probably take this off and like get a battery to this thing, so I don't need a just so I don't need it be plugged into an outlet or a battery pack or something. I want it to be its self-contained little system. And then here is an alcohol burner that I've had sitting around for a while. I'll compare the two. Actually, I got another one. This is also another one that I've bought in the past. This one has a copper wick, or if you want to call it a wick. But I'll show you a comparison between these two. So this is the one with the adjustable wick. It's kind of neat that it has an adjustable wick, but you can get it up pretty high. Other than it backfires into the hole there when you get it too high. So that's this one. That's the performance of that one. And this is all denatured alcohol in all of these. I don't know if this one's going to light it or not. No, I'm going to need an open flame, I think, for this one. Yeah, unfortunately. Alright, there it goes. Barely. It's barely going. Alright, nah, that's what it's supposed to go. Alright, there we go. I just don't like that it splashes around a lot until it heats up. So that's the performance of this guy. And I'm just going to use this. I have a little bit of water in this monster can to show you the temperature till where it starts boiling. This might take a while. I don't know. It might take too long for me to show you a demonstration of that. But you can see some water vapor coming out now. Not much. I think it's starting to boil. The fan's starting to get pretty hot, that's for sure. Yes, I know that's wood. Anyway, that's that one. You can also put this shield around it. I believe you can. Yeah, I mean, you could do that. Not that I want to really do that. Ooh. Alright, so that's that one. Now, here's mine. Now, isn't that nice? That is a nice flame. It could use a little bit more oxygen. Oh, it burnt itself out. Doesn't usually do that. But that's a nice hot flame. You see how it burns better? These didn't burn as good as that. Just you could tell just by looking at that flame. it's atomizing the gas vapor more than it would with just a standard wick from a normal can like that. So now it's catching it's burning the vapor instead of the vapor from the wick. And then we can test this out. Yeah, I can definitely feel it heating up quick, like really quick. This heats up way faster. The can's getting so hot, I really can't even touch it. But yeah, you can see the little bit of vapor coming out of that can. So this concept is much better than anything you can commercially buy on the internet. Like any of these kind of wick alcohol burners, they work good, but they don't work as good as this because it's the efficiency of the vapor is way higher, and the alcohol will last you much longer. It's just more efficient overall because of the way it's being vaporized. So yeah, this is one of my, I don't know if it's really called an invention, but it's pretty cool, I think anyway. I'm sure someone has already done it, but I had this idea in my head that I always wanted to try this. And I always thought, I got alcohol in here now. What if I put gasoline in there? Not that I want to try that right now, but it would be interesting. Or anything, like pure ethanol or like a really high, really flammable liquid compared to just denatured alcohol. This is a pretty safe and clean burning fuel. That's why I'm doing denatured alcohol. And that's what these things typically recommend too is, denatured alcohol. It's one of the safest burning indoor fuels you can use. And then if you just shut it off, it puts itself out, and that's it. Very simple. Very simple and very hot burning. And if you put too many holes at the bottom, it will travel down into the ultrasonic piezoelectric crystal and it'll burn out the crystal. So you don't want to have too much holes going around it. You want just enough to get it to get oxygen, but not too much. I could probably use a little bit more like oxygen intake or more holes. You can see it puffing out a little smoke once in a while at the very bottom. I don't know if you can see that. Once in a while that's what it means because it needs a little bit more oxygen to make it flow a little better, but it's to the point where I don't want it too much more. But if I could like make the hole size maybe a little bigger, it would help. But yeah, this is a pretty cool idea I have here. I really like it. All right, see you later, guys. Enjoy if you feel like making them.